We're not talking about overrated
Butter
breads,
bread
right?
is
So no
pretty
one's going to
good,
mention ciabatta. I've been in too many situations where I've been forced to eat McAllister's ciabatta, and I said, I'll do it.
You know, my favorite thing about Panera is they give you bread as a side to your bread.
I'll have a soup and a bread bowl with a side
With a
of
side of
more,
bread.
a little bit more bread.
So, ladies, would you like to draw a question to start us?
Oh, yeah. What would be your advice for fixing a broken heart after getting dumped?
A little Scotch tape.
That's good.
Little heart stickers.
Out of all
Scotch
the
tape,
tapes.
Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue.
This question could quickly become, what do you use to fix everything?
I don't have any things to do. I have lots of things not to do. Don't be alone.
Yeah.
Don't sit
Yep.
in the dark in your room and
Yep.
refuse to go and hang out with people.
Yep. Don't listen to Beauty and the Beast soundtrack.
Oh, I would have said don't listen to Adele.
But sometimes you got to get it out. That's going to turn on the tear ducts big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like a good cry.
Tears.
You bring up a good point. Are we going in the wrong direction? Do you
Probably.
need to pick a song and just be like, this is going to be cry time. I'm just going to cry for an hour and then I got to get this out of my system.
Because you're going to cry it out eventually anyways.
Yeah.
Or punch a pillow. I mean, depends on...
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all just depends on how you get things out. Like, if you're a people person, go be with people. If you need to be alone for a little bit, be alone for a little bit, and then go be with people. It's not going to be healthy to be alone for a long time after that breakup. I'd also encourage, let the breakup stay a breakup. Don't try to text them the next day.
Yeah.
That's not going to go well.
Pretty wise.
It feels like it's going to hurt forever, but it won't. It's not as forever as it feels.
I ended up marrying the guy that dumped me. There was
no,
a
you don't
10-day
break up with me.
breakup. There was a getting back together, and there was an engagement the following summer.
What I'm hearing is, after a broken heart, go to Jared's. That's what I'm hearing.
Go to Jared's.
No, don't tell the guys to do that. That's a terrible idea.
I'm kidding.
You're going to need a boombox and a diamond ring and some ring.
Yeah.
Todd's move, the double down. Like, look, I know we just
Okay. Will you marry me?
I see where this is going.
In an inexplicable turn of events, you have been given the opportunity to create one new sporting event for the Olympics. What events do each of you create?
What was that third word again?
Inexplicable.
Okay.
My competition is complimenting each other. Thank you. You got gold medal.
Hey, thank you, but I'm going to give my gold medal to you.
How many grocery bags can you carry in
good.
on one arm, and that arm is your door arm also,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
nothing in
that's
the hand.
Yeah. Yeah, the one.
Yeah, it's called the
one-trick
branch.
wonder.
Yeah.
The brand.
I can see they do all the silhouettes of the different exhibits or the competitions and just an arm with
Bags hanging off the front.
I like the idea of belly flopping
Oh.
because everyone's got to be so precise. You do poorly if you fail in a jump, but a belly flop contest would be great.
And they judge it like diving on the entry, being a loud slap.
Yep, a loud slap, a big
that shows
splash.
up.
Yeah,
And the crowd's
yeah,
like as part of the judge.
Also,
Or maybe the
part of
cheaters like try to sunburn before, like they're like it's it's like doping for the event.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever done?
Let me just go right off the bat. Let me pull out my scroll. Spray paint a big boulder in my yard without telling my dad. And then him finding out and I tried to lie about it and say, no, I didn't spray paint this rock. But I spray painted my name on the rock. And then I had to say on Saturday morning, I woke up at 5 and my dad gave me paint thinner and I had to sit on top of a boulder and just like erase my name for like hours. So
the
that
more
was
intriguing
dumb.
thing about your story is why is there a boulder in your yard? Multiple
There was
boulders
just a
or just
boulder
one boulder?
in my yard.
So my parents were getting rid of their mattress. We went to the neighbor's house who lived at the end of the street, and we just put the mattress in their front yard and decided we would climb up on the roof and jump off the roof onto the mattress.
How big is this mattress?
It was like a king-size mattress, but it was only like
It's a mattress,
that big.
so it's only like an inches thick.
Is the
Or you
neighbor's
could, like,
house a two-story house?
Yeah.
No, it was just a one-story house,
okay.
so that was a little better. So
Makes it only a 12-foot fall.
it wasn't that big a deal. And there were like 10 of us all climbing up a ladder, going on the roof, jumping off the roof onto the mattress. And our moms came outside and they were like, do not do that. Like, stop doing that. And we were like, yeah, okay, sure. We'll stop doing that. So we got down for a couple minutes till the moms went back inside and then proceeded to jump off the roof onto the mattress again. And no one got hurt. It was super fun. So we took a picture of us all standing on the roof and some videos of people jumping onto the mattress and posted them all on Instagram.
Okay.
And the last jump, our neighbor did get hurt and hurt his leg, but it wasn't broken. It was just fractured or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a break. That's a break.
I once, when I was 16, I went to the corner store to grab some gum before I went to church, and I left my car running because I was only going to run in to grab the gum and go because it's very, very tedious to turn off the car and then have to turn it back on again. So I left it running. When I walked out of the store, my car wasn't there. And in that moment of panic, I was deciding, do I run back in and scream and tell them to call somebody and find my car, or stand there and cry? And as I touched the door to run in and get help, my dad walked around the corner because he happened to be on a walk, and he said, don't you ever do that again.
Oh my God.
I have never left my car running ever again. But that was
Life
dumb.
lessons with Dad.
Don't leave your car running and go into stores.
I didn't know where the story was going to go.
I also have a car story. So it was a Sunday morning. I was driving to the church to lead 6th grade boys. This was back in the day when Forest Hill had base camp. And me and my good friend, David Jones, we took the same route to the church. He lived just a little bit farther away than me. And we never ever saw each other on Sundays. But this one fateful Sunday, we did. And so just like any good friends do, it's like, we are going to race each other. And we weren't really racing, we were just going really fast in lanes next to each other.
So racing.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Yes, but there
Trying
was
to go
no
slightly
finish
faster
line.
than each other.
But there was no finish line. And we
Home of the turn
and we
only
were
lane.
coming down this hill, and there's a cop just barely tucked in, and we're going too fast. It just doesn't matter. We can't hit the brakes and play it off at this point. Cop pulls us. Cop's like, yeah, you were going 70 in a 45.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. He's like, do you want me to write you up for that or for drag racing? And I'm like,
There
well,
wasn't a finish line.
I don't.
It wasn't a race.
Yep. Well, I'm like, in my teenage self, I'm like, well, I know this is going to be an expensive ticket. What is the penalty for drag racing? He's like, I take your car and auction it. I was like, I will take 70 in a 45, please.
There we go. You were
And then we had to
racing.
go to driving school on a Saturday.
It's true. There's one time when I was in college, lost a bet playing some pool, didn't work out well, and he was like, all right, loser, me, takes a dip in the fountain at school. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's easy enough. This is in December though, so it's kind of cold outside, and they drove me to the fountain. So I'm standing, the water maybe comes up to my knees. Bend over, get the hair wet, I think some fish brushed by my feet, which kind of scared me, so I ran out of the fountain, and I look, they're gone. And our college sort of had a curfew, went to a Christian college, and so I was like, well, great, it's December, I'm freezing cold, I don't have shoes, and I just hear, Casey, run, Casey, and they're just cheering me on and completely making fun of me. They get to the dorm 5-10 minutes before I do, and I get there, I'm like, you guys are absolutely the worst.
Just good friends.
Thank you for leaving me behind.
It was my first year out at camp. I was at Masters Inn in Alta Vista, VA.
Yeah, shout out.
You ever go there?
I never did, but
Incredible.
passed
They
many
had
times.
the greatest blob. Me being 8, I wanted to fly. And there was this big pastor from some other church. This guy goes, I want to blob one of y'all kids. I was like, me. All my friends are like, yeah, they're fired up. I jump down. I crawl to the end, and when I get down there, I realize that everybody at the whole beach, multiple churches and stuff, watching me around this man-made lake with this blob. They're like, you ready? And I was like, yeah. Got my teeth clenched, I'm ready. And they're like, blobbing! And I just hear the most deafening silence for 1 second. And then I feel what must feel like to be struck by lightning. I am launched so high. I swear I'm looking down at the thing beneath me. I'm doing like a full
camp.
flip.
Yeah, you can see the
like,
curvature of the earth.
in the like, it was, yeah, totally. Coriolis effects came into play. I'm looking down, and I land on some sort of rope that was keeping the blob in place. My little body. I go down onto this thing, and I'm like, well, I can't swim anymore. I lost that ability. And like, I just remember my brother in 5th grade pulling me out of there, and I got to do every young boy's dream who had ever watched any movie filmed in this era, which was be carried off going like this.
Squints.
Yes, exactly. And man,
Incredible.
it hurt my back. It hurt my neck.
I'm surprised your body didn't just explode.
Me,
from
yeah,
the force.
same. God was protecting me, but I could have died, so it was very stupid.
Yeah.
I fell down a trash chute. I didn't fall down.
Oh.
I jumped down a trash chute.
I was hoping you would
Okay,
tell the
great.
story.
Like in a
Go on.
like in a hotel.
So my grandmother lived in a retirement community,
Sure.
and she had a trash chute on the 3rd floor, and I was always fascinated by the trash chute. It's like this little latch in the wall, and you can look down into nothingness. And so one year, I was like, Brett, I'm going down that trash chute.
throwing
This is the
myself
year. And he was very supportive. He was like, let's do this. As any good brother should be. So opened the trash chute, slid in, and you could brace yourself with your arms and your legs against the side of the tube, which was probably 3-4 feet across. And I was just gonna inch my way down. I'm on the 3rd floor. And I'm just gonna inch my way down, and I moved my foot or my arm, and I just plummeted. It was like the first move, and just hit the bottom, and there was like this ramp into the trash compactor. My ankles turned in. It was searing pain throughout my body. And my brother and my cousin are up there and like, Todd, you okay down there? And I can't hear correctly, I can't see correctly. And they just start throwing trash on top of me. Which is great. Fortunately, it was like the little hatch to get out of there. But
In case somebody ever hurled themselves from the 3rd story.
Right.
yes, and all that happened on my 23rd birthday.
Oh, you were 23.
I thought it was like high school.
I thought you were like 11.
No, year after year.
Yeah,
Oh, you're not joking that you were 23. I thought that was like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's a nice ending. Right?
So I felt very dumb
Wow.
after I did that.
Oh man.
Just painstaking temptation.
Yeah, I'm shocked you're alive.
Sometimes you stare into the void and the void stares back.
Yeah, and it
So
just
good.
just like, come on.